Hello, my name is Constance Darby, and I am a double diamond executive as of a few more weeks here with It Works Global. And everyone who is on here is actually invited because you are a brand new distributor with It Works. And so this is a call that I do on a weekly basis for my entire downline. For anybody who is on my team, they get this training on a weekly basis. Tonight, I'm doing it as a courtesy to Fallon for her downline. And so I want to thank you all for hopping on to get trained with the business and to get your business launched. Because there are so many people, rather than entertaining questions from the floor, I'm asking that you would please write your questions in the chat, and I'll be looking at the chat to address any questions or comments that you have. Again, this is for new distributors, and I want to thank the veterans that are on as well for hopping on as well and providing support as we go into this training. I think I might have said it already, but I will say it again, that this is going to be just an hour, because immediately after this, I want us to go ahead and listen to the family call. The family call is a weekly call that the company does, and it will have information coming from the top. So after this, we'll go right into the family call. You can either stay on here or take it offline, but I want to make sure that you are getting in the habit of watching the family call every night. Every Sunday night. So again, thank you all for joining. If you have any questions, feel free to type it in the question area, and then we can just go from there. Okay. So the first thing that I do want to go over with you all is the steps to success. And so, guys, the steps to success are the steps that the company has provided to us, basically saying that if you complete these steps, that you will be successful with the company. When I joined this company, my goal was to be successful. My goal was to make additional income. My goal was to grow my business. And so if that is your goal, the company has put these steps in place so that you can do just that. Okay. So the first step in the steps to success is to join the party. Okay. So you see it right here, join the party. All of you have already done that. This call is not for potentials. This call is for actual distributors who are already in the business. Okay. So the first step is to join the party. You don't have to join the party every month. You don't have to join the party and pay the $99 investment every single month. But right here, it says that you do want to, let me go back. You do want to qualify for your commissions on a monthly basis, okay? So what that means, qualifying for your commissions, that means you want to have either a 150 PBV, okay, or an 80 BV auto shipment. So those are the two requirements. You want to have a 150 PBV or an 80 BV auto shipment every month. And so the company has these acronyms, and I want to kind of go over those and kind of help you understand what that means, because being commission qualified is actually very important if you want to get your check on a monthly basis. Right now, I'm logging into my eSuite, and I'm hoping that most of you have already done that. If you haven't logged into your eSuite, get with your enroller as soon as possible so that he or she can show you how to log into your eSuite. So I'm putting in, of course, my username and my password, going ahead and going into my eSuite, and I'm going to pull up some documents to help you understand what some of these things mean. So right here at the top, and I'm going to enlarge it so that you all can see it, you have this document library, okay? This is the document library. It's basically a repository of documents that the company has put together so that you can be successful. So you want to become familiar with the document library in your eSuite. The very first document that I'm going to go over or open up is the compensation plan. Okay, so you can download it. It's actually the third document in the document library, this compensation plan. You will want to glance over the compensation plan at least once a month, if not multiple times a month. But you really want to kind of make sure that you have a great understanding of what the compensation plan entails and what it means, okay? So make sure that you've printed this out. If you haven't printed it out, make sure you have a working understanding of the compensation plan. I've already downloaded it, so I'm not going to do that again right now, but here it is right here. It looks just like this. And so on page 3, you will have what you want to do in your first 30 days. Okay, so the first thing, of course, it says to become commission qualified. It's in correlation with these steps to success. Qualify for your commissions. So being commission qualified, it says right here that you want to have either, and it's either, so it's not both, it's one or the other. You want to have at least 150 in personal bonus volume. And let me make this a little bigger so you all can see it. I know you're going to be downloading the document, so, but 150 in personal bonus volume, or you want to set up and process a minimum of 80 BV auto shipment. So that we kind of touched that already, but what does BV mean? Right over here, you're going to have the definitions. So BV stands for bonus volume. The bonus volume is basically a point system that the company has associated with every product that we have. So every single product that we offer has a BV point system associated with it. Sometimes it's in direct correlation to the price of the product, but then there are other times where the BV and the price differ. So in order to kind of have a working knowledge of what the BV and what the prices are for all of our products, there is a document that you can use, that you can locate in the document library that's going to give you just that. I've gone back to the document library, and I've searched the word price right here in the search key. I've searched the word price, and at the very bottom is going to be the price product list for the United States. I do want to pause and say that we are located in several different countries around the world. And so as you're looking for documents, be sure that you're looking for the United States version of the document. As you can see, we're also in the UK, we're in Switzerland, Sweden. So always make sure that when you're looking at documents or you're looking for documents in the document library, that you are looking for the United States version of the document, okay? And so right here at the very bottom is going to be the product price and BV list for the United States. I've already downloaded that one as well, so I'm not going to download it again. And this is what it's going to look like. I know a little bit more about me. When I first started this company, I was working a full-time job here in Houston, Texas. And so I needed this at my disposal at all times. I had a copy of this printed at my desk at work. I had my own office, but I needed to have this readily available at my desk. I had it in the car, and I also had it at home, because this document was so key to me. I was able to, look at the pricing of all of the products that we have. I was also able to look at the BV of all the products that we had as well. I see your question. I'm going to address that. That's a good question, and I will definitely address it in just a second. You can't hear me? Is there anybody else that cannot hear me? Somebody is saying they can't hear me. Can you all put a comment if you can hear me or not? I haven't gotten any more comments. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure your audio is on if you can't hear me. Make sure your audio is on. But going back to the price product sheet, it's really important. It's a really important document that you want to have at all times. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of what that looks like, the BV for the Ultimate Body Applicator. Now, this is what we call the wraps, but the technical name of it is the Ultimate Body Applicator. Okay, so this first column has the item number. I never use that, never have, and probably never will. So we'll just kind of ignore that column. Everything will be listed by the name of the product. But the first column does have the item number. The second column is going to be the retail column. So you can enroll either retail customers or loyal customers. Your retail customers, they're going to be customers who get the product at retail cost. They're going to pay full price for the product with no discount, no perk points, no benefits, nothing else. They're just going to be paying retail for the product, okay, for 1 month. They're only going to get the product for 1 month. And so if they get the product in the month of April, that's it. They're going to pay $99 for the wraps, and then they're going to go about their merry way. That is a retail customer. The other option for them is to become a loyal customer, okay? As a loyal customer, you're going to get the products for 40% off. So instead of paying $99, you're going to pay $59, okay? So that's 40% off. And then they're going to get the products for a minimum of 3 months. Now, that is very key because with all of our products, you want to be using them on a consistent basis in order to see the desired results. You're not going to be able to hit it and quit it 1 month and go. Some people will, but for the majority of our people, we want them to fall in love with the products. We want them to understand that it's more beneficial to them to go ahead and do the 3-month option. As a loyal customer, they're getting 40% off the products, and then they're also getting the products for a minimum of 3 months, and they are accumulating perk points. Perk points are points that your customers are going to be able to use to purchase products at a future date. So there are so many benefits to them becoming loyal customers. But here's this column that we want to kind of focus on, this last column that says bonus volume, okay? Bonus volume.
Before you talk about the bonus volume too, every time somebody enters into the thing, it like kind of mutes you out. We can try to mute the entry times. I think if you go to.
Okay. So the bonus volume column is going to have the point system that's associated with all of the products, okay? So we were looking at the ultimate body applicator. And so right here you see that there's 54 BV associated with the wraps. If your customer becomes a retail customer, you as the distributor will get the BV for 1 month, for that 1 month that the customer orders, and that's it. If they become a loyal customer, then you're going to get the BV over a period. You're going to get it for 3 months. You're going to get BV in April for 54. You're going to get 54 in May, and you're going to get 54 in June. So you are going to be getting residual income from your customers, and you haven't even done any work in May and June. That's the benefit for you to sign loyal customers, and that's where the residual income comes into play with this company, where you're not working in subsequent months, but you're continuously getting you're continuously getting BV even when you're not working, okay? So this document is going to show you all of the BV that's associated with every single product that we have. And this is going to be key when you're trying to reach your goals, when you're trying to complete your charting, which we'll go to in just a second. When you're trying to do certain things in the company, you really want to know what the BV is. So I'm going to hop back over to you all and kind of check the and see if there's any questions that you all might have about the first section. So if you have any questions about step 1, which is to get commission qualified, go ahead and put them in the comment section, and I'll be looking at that. As far as signing up your sister-in-law, Fallon did address that, but yes, you can sign up your sister-in-law who lives in the UK as a distributor. It's just you have the option, and I'll show you that when I click back over, but you do have an option to choose the UK as your location. So yes, you definitely can do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and address her question, and then we'll go on to step 2. So when you're in your eSuite, in order to enroll a customer, you'll need to go to orders right here at the top. Okay. And then you want to click enroll new customer. Okay. So you're going to do that. And then right here, you can choose your country. And so you'll just find the UK. And then go from there. So I personally have a distributor in France. I have a distributor in Germany. I have customers in both places. So you definitely can expand your business. You can expand your business all throughout the markets that we do business in. So going on to step number 2. Step number 2 is to get your first 4 loyal customers. So this is the second step. Step 1 was to become commission qualified, and step 2 is to get your first 4 loyal customers within your first 30 days. What a loyal customer is, we kind of addressed that already. They're going to be getting perk points. They're going to be getting the products for a minimum of 3 months. They're going to be getting the products at 40% off. But there's a key word in here, and it says qualified loyal customers. You want to make sure that these customers are qualified. And what that means is that your customer has a different address. It means that the customer has a different address from anyone else in the business. They cannot have the same address as someone else. And that is so important for purposes of bonuses. That is so important for purposes of certain promotions, that your customers are qualified, loyal customers. A common question is, well, can I still enroll somebody that's in my house or that has been enrolled before, or anything like that? Absolutely. You're still going to be getting commissions on those people, but when it comes to the purposes of bonuses, then you will not. So you want to make sure that your customers are qualified, loyal customers, okay? Qualified, loyal customers. Somebody's line is unmuted, so can you all make sure your lines are muted? I can go back and check in just a second, but make sure your lines are muted so that there's no background noise. And I'll go back and check in just a second. So what the qualified loyal customers, going back into the compensation plan. Every time you get 2 loyal customers, you will get a wrap reward. So for every 2 loyal customers, you will get 1 wrap reward. What this wrap reward does is it allows you to purchase a box of wraps for $25. So instead of paying the $59, and that's the price, going back here, we get the same pricing as loyal customers. So instead of paying $59 for the products, you're only going to pay $25 for the products, for the box of wraps, I'm sorry. You can use these box of wraps, this wrap reward for, it's good for 60 days. So after 60 days, your wrap reward will expire. Use those within 60 days. And then essentially, guys, you can sell those wraps for $25. You've only paid $25. You get 4 wraps in a box. You're selling them for $25 each. And so you're making $100 when you've only spent $25. I want to show you where you can locate your wrap rewards, because that is always a common question. Going back into your eSuite on the home page, if you scroll down to the bottom where it says point accounts, right here, this orange section, that is where you can check your wrap rewards. As far as redeeming your wrap rewards, there are several YouTube videos, and I want to pause and put a plug here. Most of the things that you're going to want to know about the company can be found on YouTube. For instance, how to use my wrap rewards. So there is a very short, 2 or 3 minute YouTube video that you can find that will show you exactly how to use your wrap rewards. Honestly, when I was ready to use mine for the very first time, that's how I did it. I didn't call my sponsor. I looked on YouTube and found out how to use my wrap rewards. So that is that's what I'm going to direct you to in order for you to know how to redeem them. But to find out how many you have, this is where you're going to want to look. So the second step is to get your first 4 loyal customers. I also want to pull up a document. I do want to pull up a YouTube video to show you how to get those first customers. If you're just now hopping on, my name is Constance Darby. If you didn't catch that, I'm doing this training. And when I do this training for my team on Sundays, I encourage them to get their first 4 customers by Wednesday. So I do this training every Sunday, and by Wednesday, they need to get their first 4 loyal customers. And this is a video that I encourage them, or I ask them to watch, and it will give you a brief description of all of the products that we have. by Ambassador Diamond Ashley Hughes. So I will put the link in the comment section, and then you can, you know, copy the link, or I'll show you what the video looks like right here as well. So this is Ashley Hughes. She's an let me fix her face. Okay, that's better. She's an Ambassador Diamond with the company, and she does a very good, it's high level, but she goes over every product that we have. Guys, watch this. If you can't watch it tonight, because I know we're going to get on the family call, but if you have 25 extra minutes, you know, after you put the kids down or whatever that looks like for you, I encourage you to watch this video tonight and get your first customers into the system. If not tonight, by tomorrow, but no later than Wednesday. Get these customers in. You will get an understanding of each of the products that we have based on watching her video. There's also the It Works product coach that's going to help you. That's a very good resource. The product coach, that's going to give you a Q&As for every product that we have as well. It Works product coach. And I'm typing this in here so that you can access that as well. Oh, give me a second. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and go on to step 3. So we've gone over step 1, which was to become commission qualified. Okay, we've gone over step 2, which is to get your first 4 loyal customers. And now step 3 is going to be to gather 3 qualified distributors. So you want to get 3 distributors within your first 30 days. You all, we're halfway through the month. And I know some of you might have joined, you know, this week. Some of you might have joined last month. And I know there's a few of you or several of you who have joined just this year, 2017. If you have not hit the rank of Ruby or Executive, I want to encourage you to go ahead and get your first 2 customers distributors, by the end of this month, okay? You want to get your first 2 distributors, even by the end of this week. You want to get those 2 distributors in as soon as possible, okay? And if you're having trouble closing distributors, if you're having trouble getting people to join the opportunity, if you're having trouble explaining the opportunity to them, you all are still very new, and your responsibility is to find people who are interested, and at that point, get them on the phone with your sponsor. So you don't have to carry the weight of trying to explain these things to people, because what I've learned in being in this business is that when new people try to explain, they don't do it correctly, okay? Some people are going to get it right, but for the most part, it's always good to get on the phone with your sponsor, to get on the phone with your enroller, and listen to how they explain the opportunity. Listen to how they explain the products to people. So while you may feel like you do have a great understanding, it's always good to get on 3-way and allow that enroller with a little more experience to help you close your distributors. So you want to get those 3 distributors within your first 30 days. So I'm going to hop back over to the compensation plan. And if you're just now joining, the compensation plan can be located, I'm going to go back here really quick, in your eSuite in the document library, okay? It's called the compensation plan. Step 3 is to become Fast Start qualified. So every single time that you enroll a distributor, and get them 2 customers, so the requirements are here. You want to enroll that distributor, okay? So they purchased the business builder kit. So of course, if they purchased the kit, they are a distributor. They also have to be commission qualified, and we talked about that in step 1. They have to set up their ADBV auto shipment or accumulate 150 in PBV, and we talked about that in step 1 as well. They're going to want to do that in their first 30 days. And if they get their 2 loyal customers within their first 30 days, then you as the enrolling distributor will get $100. These are bonuses that are paid out weekly, but do you all see right here, they have to be qualified, active, loyal customers. So this can't be your husband and your daughter that live in your house. That's not going to work. It has to be qualified, active, loyal customers. I did fail to mention something, so I'm going to hop back up here one quick second, and I'll go back down to the bottom. Personal bonus, we did go over bonus volume. We went over that definition. Personal bonus volume right here, that's going to be the volume of your customers, your distributors, and your orders, okay? So anything your customers order, anything your distributors order, anything your you order, then that is going to be included in your personal bonus volume. Your group volume, and that this will be a little clearer in a second, but that's everybody in your downline. So if you have distributors under you, if you have and they have customers, let's say you have 2 distributors already, and those 2 distributors have customers, then you will accumulate all of that volume, and that's going to be your group volume. For the part, someone just asked a very good question. What if no one is interested in becoming a distributor? They only want to be a customer. I still suggest you get on the phone with your enroller, and here's why. There are 3 ways that we can pay, and one thing that I'm noticing is that some people stop at the first 2. They talk about the retail option, they talk about the loyal customer option, but they don't offer the distributorship. Let your enroller explain that option and how that's actually a better option for them, because they're not only getting the products, they're making money while using the products, they're sharing the products, they're getting results. All of that is included in becoming a distributor. So go ahead and let your enroller know that you're having that issue and that you need help with explaining, and let me snooze this. You need help with explaining the distributorship to people who just want to be customers. Here's another thing. When you're enrolling your customers, guys, make sure that you are really in tune to what their needs are. Make sure that you are in tune with what those customers want to get, and what your customers want to get, as well as what results what their results are they're desiring. Because if you can make sure that you are providing accurate products to a customer's needs, then your customer will get results. And the reason why I'm stressing this point is because I have a customer, she only wanted to work on her stomach. That was all she was looking to do, is work on her stomach. She did that, and she got really, really good results on her stomach. So much so that after 2 weeks on the products, she became a distributor, okay? She became a distributor, and she started off as a loyal customer. So if you're making sure that you get your customers the products that they need, you will not have a problem with turning some of those good loyal customers into distributors. The Fast Start bonus is paid out on a weekly basis. Now, our other commissions are paid out monthly on the 15th of the month, but this Fast Start bonus is paid out on a weekly basis. So if you enroll, 5 distributors in 1 week and you get them Fast Start qualified, then you will get $500. If you enroll 2 distributors, then you will get $200 in that week. So however many distributors you enroll, actually it's the following week, so I don't want to deceive anybody. So if you get it done by Friday of the first week, then you'll get paid the following week. But you will get that $100 Fast Start bonus. Okay. I'm going over to address any questions.
I'm trying to address as many questions as I can so you can keep going, because I know they're gonna.
So I'm going to keep moving. Keep putting your questions in the in the question field, and we'll get those questions addressed. Now I want to go over to the very first rank in the company, and this is the rank of executive. So guys, there are 8 promotions in the company, 9 total ranks. The very first rank, you don't promote to a distributor, so I'm not counting that one. So there's a total of 9 ranks within the company. The very first rank is what you see on your screen, and this is the rank of an executive, okay? So the executive is going to have 2 distributors under her. Okay? So that the executive will have, in this box, distributor 1 can be your mother, and distributor 2 can be your cousin. let me say this. Distributors can have the same address, okay? So while loyal customers, they're not considered qualified when their addresses are the same, distributors can have the same address. And the reason being is that social security numbers can't be duplicated. So when you sign up as a distributor and you enroll them with a social security number, there can be another distributor in that house because they have totally different social security numbers. Hence, husband and wives can both be distributors. Okay, so you have an executive starts off with 2 distributors. If you can kind of remember a few minutes ago, I challenged you all to get 2 distributors by the end of this month. I want you to go executive if you haven't hit that rank already. If you've already done that, then you already know that you need to be pushing for the next rank, ruby, emerald, diamond, whatever that looks like for you. But if you're still really new and I haven't really done anything and I don't know what to do and how am I going to make money and all of those questions that I'm sure most people have when they join, I'm telling you to get 2 distributors, okay? Get somebody in this position and somebody in this position. These charts are so key and vital to your success. So we definitely looked over the steps to success. And this document, I failed to say, can be found on Google, and that's how I found it. So I don't want you to think, oh, I don't have my kit. Where do I find it? You can find the steps to success. I literally Googled "it works steps to success." That's it. As well as the executive chart. The charts are in your eSuite, but you can also find them on Google as well. So you have 2 distributors. Both of these distributors have to have 400 in volume, okay? So when we're talking about enrollments, it's not just enough to enroll distributors. You also have to enroll customers. So this distributor needs 400 in this leg is what we call it, and this leg also needs 400. They both need 400, but it's group volume. And what I want to say about group volume, if this distributor has, let's just say, remember we said this was your mom, and then let's say right under here, because she's trying to go for executive, she has her coworker in this invisible little box that's under here, okay? Your mom she came in, she got a few customers, and she's at about 250 in volume by herself. But her coworker has 150. The group volume has to be 400. And so because your mom and her coworker, they're in the same group, they're in the same organization or downline, then your mom's total is going to be 400. Basically, her group volume includes the volume of everybody else that she has enrolled and all of their customers. So if she has 10 people under her and they all have 40, then she has her 400. It doesn't just have to be her by herself. And that's why we want to encourage you when you bring in distributors to help them go executive, help them to watch that video and get their customers, because all of their volume is going to be included in this person's group volume. And this person also needs 400 of her own. So it's not 400 together. It's not 400 for both of these. It's 400 for person A and 400 right here for person B. And then you will promote to executive. Okay? I want to show you one more chart, because this is where you start making a little more money. And that's why we're all here, right? To make money. It's not just a hobby. We're trying to make some money. So right here is going to be your Ruby chart. Okay, so it's very similar to the executive chart. You actually have an executive on your Ruby chart. So remember, your mom was right here, and your mom brought in her coworker. That was your mother's very first distributor, her coworker. And then here, your mom has her neighbor. Okay, so this is your mom, your coworker, and your neighbor. And then you also have to have 2 more. We call this your top line. So you still are going to need 2 more on your top line. Okay? Everybody that has 400 under them need 400. Okay? So this person needs 400. This person needs 400. This person and this person. They all need 400. Now, there are some reports, and I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty, but we do have a section right here in your eSuite called reports. In this section, you will be able to see in the tree viewer what the volume is for, as well as the volume by total distributor. If you're still really new, you can see what the volume is for your distributors. Go ahead and become familiar with these reports, and also reach out to your enroller and ask her to help you understand how to access and understand some of those reports, okay? So you can determine, okay, how do I find out how much this person has? Because I'm really trying to go Ruby, so I want to know how much this person has. I'm really trying to go, hit my ranks, and I want to know what's needed based on what the person already has. So make sure you get back to your enroller, or if you want to just go through the reports, this is a very good place to locate reports and see how the volume is calculated. Okay, so those are two of the very first two ranks or promotions in the company. I'm not going to go over every single rank, but these are the first two ranks in the company for your for you to attain. Okay, let me hop back over. I have a few more things to share. I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. At 9:00 Central, 10:00 Eastern, we are going to be getting off of this so that we can hop onto the family call and get the information from the family call. A few more things I do want to share with you all. If you have not downloaded the Wired app, and I'm pulling it up right here so that you can see what it looks like, you have to download the Wired app. Y'all, there's so much just cool information that is given to us on the Wired app. It looks like this. It's WIRED, because I might be saying it too fast, Wired, in the app. So you can find it in your Google Play Store or your iPhone store or whatever. Clearly I have Google, but there's your Wired app. You want to download that and then go to the Go Bonus tab, okay? Go to the Go Bonus tab and you will be able to see what you need to do in order to get the $10,000 bonus. If you came in here not aware that you can get this bonus, then I want to inform you that $10,000 bonus is available to you. But you will need to see your benchmarks by going into this Wired app. Now, this is something that your enroller cannot inform you. You will need to do this on your own so that you know where you need to go and how you need to push to get that rank. Okay, so make sure you download the Wired app. Not only you're going to have that, you're going to have alerts for different calls, different meetings, different presentations that the company has. So make sure you are familiar with your Wired app, because that is how you're going to essentially grow within the company and reach your bonuses. I do want to show you a few more things before we hop off, and we might be able to entertain a few questions at the end. Our company, not our company, well, our company, but more specifically, our group, our downline, our team, we work heavily on social media. So if you haven't, figured that out yet, we do. We work most of our business on social media, but not only that, all of our groups, our chats and stuff are also on social media. So I am going to pull up this first group that if you haven't been, if you're not aware of it, if you haven't been invited to it, if you don't know anything about it, you want to go ahead and ask your enroller to make sure that you are in the Young and Free Newbie to Rubies group. This is what the group looks like, and it's run by our soon-to-be Ambassador Diamond, Fallon Rice, as well as our current ambassador, Elena Conley. You want to go ahead and ask your enroller to put you in this group. You will have to be put into the group or so that you can have access. But this group is very similar to this training. It's going to give you 10 steps that you are going to follow to also help you get acclimated with the business. Guys, these steps are very short. They're not going to take you forever. It's a very quick process. So don't put this off. Go ahead and do this so that you can get your business started. The steps are very small. Now some of them are out of order. Don't be alarmed. Just go ahead and go through them. You can go in the sequence or go out of order. Just get them done. And let your enroller know once you're finished. And the reason why you want to let your enroller know is because once you complete the 10 steps, you're then invited to other groups. So this is a group hosted by or run by one of our Ambassador Diamonds, Ronessa Brown, and she's actually number 3 in the company. So she has thousands of distributors under her, but this is a great resource where you can find answers to your questions. People are always wanting to know, it's a very common question, what can our customers take if they have diabetes? The answer, or what can our customers take if they have high blood pressure, or how do I do something? Any type of questions like that can be found. Those types of answers can be found in these 3 groups, but you have to complete your steps first. So if you haven't completed your steps, you're missing out on a plethora of information from the ambassador groups. There's 3 ambassador groups that you can be invited to. There's this one, and then there's 2 others. So I really want you to become familiar with those ambassador groups so that you can plug in and get acclimated with the team as a whole. Okay? So that is pretty much our entire training that I have. Like I said, I do have, we finished a little early. So I will right now entertain or, we'll open the floor for questions that you may have or want to know about, anything that I've said, anything about the business, anything about your process, or any questions that you have. The floor is now open, and I will